Hello everyone, we're live. Let me just check my camera here. Let me know as you come in if the sound's good and the picture's okay. There we go. So this is a live stream. If you're watching the replay, just fast forward to where something's happening. And today we're going to be playing with some simple mark making with some Sharpies, some Posca pens, some oil pastels, maybe some wax crayons and whatnot. Hi, Sin. Oh, I'm glad it sounds dandy. I like that word, dandy. Cool. So it's a nice day here. It's 16 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. I apologize for last week that I did some chewing of some chocolates. I was kind of rude of me. I won't be doing that again. It sounded a little bit squishy, so there won't be any of that today. Don't worry. There just may be a little bit of some slurpy sounds. All right, so I'm just going to show. I didn't really do much to this one that we did last week. I don't think I did anything actually. I've been pretty busy moving, so I didn't have a lot of time to. I was going to like draw a fancy border and stuff, but that didn't really happen. And then this was, hi Diane, woohoo! Hi Eddie. This is our little raccoon. All I did with him is I added just some gold gel pen to just add a few more details. And I looked up what raccoons look like. So they have like a black around their eyes, and then they have like a white mask around. So I used the gold instead of the white. If you can see that. So that's from last week. Thanks, View. Hi, View. How are you today? And I don't have my little, usually I have like a footstool. I don't have my footstool. I feel like I'm hovering in space. So on Monday, Dee Dee Willingham was playing with mark making using oil pastels. So we're going to do a little bit of that, but I've been wanting to try some Sharpies on the gel plate. None of these are my techniques. They're techniques I've seen around. I'll probably link a few, good reference videos below after the stream's done. (16°C is approximately 60 Fahrenheit. Thank you, Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Safia. Nope, not Safia. Safia. Got it. So I'm going to be doing, so these are different techniques. So with the oil pastels and the wax crayons, it's more of a resist technique where you put it on the paper and then it resists pulling up the paint. With the Sharpie and the Poscas, it's more of a direct technique. So we're going to be combining the two. Hi, Star. So I'm just going to start off with my plate here that's quite yellow from using alcohol inks. And you can see we still have a little bit of crusty bits from the last week's stream because I haven't really been in my studio since then. Hi, Mariah. You're there, but no sound. Can anybody else hear me? Testing, testing. I am a robot. Can you hear me? So I'm just going to start with some Sharpies. So I'm just going to make some marks. And this is sort of to build up your collage stash. All right, if I can open this. I just bought this at the dollar store. Oh my gosh, I can't open it. And I got a big one so we can make some bold marks. And I'm hoping hi, Kristen. Hi, Leona. Good to see everybody. Oh, these smell good. Don't sniff them. So Sharpies, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are an alcohol-based marker. So I thought we could also use some alcohol markers too. But I'm just going to make some random marks. Let's do some circles. This is a nice, new, juicy Sharpie. Super juicy. So we'll just make some circles. Another, besides Dee Dee, another inspiration for mark making is definitely Robin McClendon. She does a lot of cool mark making. PMR Studios, they have some really cool mark making stamps that I'm planning to order soon once I get settled. So let's just do. So I haven't, I've used alcohol markers on the gel plate. I don't think I specifically use Sharpies. I wouldn't use fine point Sharpies. You don't want to like dig into your gel plate. I was trying to cap it with this. Don't sniff. And let's just use a Posca. Actually, let's just stick with black for now. So this is a really chunky Posca. They come in lots of different sizes. This size is the 8 millimeter, also called an 8K. HEI. So I just kind of activated it there, and I'm just going to make some marks inside the circles. This will take a little longer to dry than the Sharpie. And you might ask, why do this on the gel plate? Why not just do it on your paper? So I think the answer to that is when you do your pickup with the paint, it's not going to pick absolutely everything up. So it should give it like a more distressed type of look. So this is, like I said, this Posca is quite juicy, so we'll have to let that dry. And I'm just gonna, just some random marks. And we can even do some white. I'm gonna just, this is Artistro. Someone sent this to me, so I don't really have any links for that. And, oh, this guy's missing some marks. So the Posca will take some time to dry. What if we just do, just do some random kind of lines here and there. These kind of remind me of like Petri dishes. So I'm trying not to drag through the black just because I don't want to contaminate my my marker here. Although I'm sure it would come off. So I'm putting like 3 to 5 white marks per section. I did not count the black Posca. So we're gonna make some papers. We'll see if we have time to maybe make like a mini collage with some of the papers. I don't know. So we moved our Wi-Fi to the new house, which is where I'm right now. So we've just been using data at the rental, and today we officially ran out of our high-speed data. So we're on low-speed data now, and we did a speed test. So the low-speed data is 0.4. I don't even think that's enough to like send a picture. I forgot one. Which one? Did I get it? Did I get it, Diane? You tell me. Hi, Chiquita. Hi, Christine. Hi, Juta. So this is a welcome distraction being here with y'all. So I'm going to let that black dry. And let's pull out, actually, while that's drying, let's just do some mark making on just some plain copy paper that we'll use, whoops, that we'll use later. I got it. Yes. Yes. All right. So I'm going to use the, I think this one, this is a Faber-Castell one. This is a Montmartre. And I broke the Montmartre one off. It's really cheap, so I just broke it off. And I'm going to do some like thick marks. I'm thinking maybe we'll just do kind of like some scribbles. Oh, and this is interesting because I'm doing this on a just a cardboard thing that doesn't look like it has texture, but I noticed as I was rubbing on it, it's picking up the corrugation, which I'm not mad at. I know, what would I do without you? I don't know. So I'm just going to do kind of like, I don't know, just some random rando, as the kids say. So rando, such a rando. I want to get them pretty thick. And what's nice when using it on the side is that you do get a varied line width, right? So that's kind of cool. Making it extra thick. So this is going to resist paint. Hi, Dee Dee. We're doing the oil pastel stuff that you were doing on Monday, the resist technique. I'm going to test with some wax crayons too. Yes, a happy accident. Hi, Carla. Hey, Janet, boss lady. So this, the Posca is pretty much almost dry. So let's do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the paint on here, and then instead of picking it up all directly, we're going to use this as our resist so that some of the marks are going to stay on here and some are going to be picked up here. Sapia is crocheting. Isn't it funny how crocheting has a T in it? Shouldn't it be like crocheting? I guess it's a silent T. Maybe it's French. Okay, so color, color, color. Who's going to shout out a color? Give me a color to do a pickup with. This is an audience participation stream. I don't use oil pastels much either because they are quite messy. Oui. Purple and green. Purple. We got purples and greens, lime greens. Well, let's do purple to start. And then we can use a lime green as well for the second pickup because it's not going to pick up everything from here. 6-year-old says red. We'll do red later. We'll do red too. Looks like a cactus. Yeah, it does. It's like those pointy things. All right, so let's do, or we could do an ombre. Let's just keep it simple. We'll do an ombre later. All right, so this is the Dioxazine Purple Liquitex Basics, which I think is, I find Liquitex Basics is a very good paint for keeping it simple. Now, the black isn't going to show that great with this purple. I should have thought of that. I could have used a lighter purple, but it will show the white nicely. So we're going to put this down, and that should leave some marks behind. Purple rain, purple rain. All right, let's see. So that worked pretty well. If I would have left it down longer, I think I would have picked up more of that white. But you can see it picked up the circles and the Posca kind of randomly, and it did leave this purple squiggle behind, and it didn't pick up the Sharpie and the Posca as much in the squiggles. So I think if it would have been more solid, it would have been more dramatic, but I think that's going to be a cool grungy print. So I'm going to put that aside. The movers come tomorrow to move, not tomorrow, on Friday, to move all the furniture. So that's going to be exciting. So I'm just going to let this dry for a minute. We'll just start making some more marks. And I didn't get any other colors of Sharpies, but I do have some alcohol markers. So let's use this red, and I'm just going to use I'll use the chisel. What am I missing? Hexagons. Ooh. Chiquita's been wanting to make hexagons for amigurumi. What is amigurumi? Let's make a hexagon. Hexagon's 6 sides, right? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, I'm doing an octagon. Oh, maybe that's a crochet thing. So let's do some random. I'm committed to the octagon. An underappreciated shape, I believe. Although I guess it's sort of like a honeycomb shape, isn't it? So we're doing red for Sophia, and we'll do some little red random marks. And then let's do some black Sharpie. So, hi Sonia. So they're not on, the oil pastels aren't on the plate, they were on the paper, and then they form like a resist, similar to like when you're doing an image transfer. Stop in the name of love. This is more of a cautionary tale of a stop sign. We'll have to pick it up with a funky color so it doesn't look so stoppy. I don't want to do squiggles yet. I don't want to mix up my straights and my squiggles. Let's see. Just do some horizontal squiggles. Not squiggles, dashes. Maybe you can do like plus signs. So the red is the alcohol marker, but you could do it with the Sharpie too, right? Charcoal for resist, yes, I did. I have done that. I did a picture when I streamed with Miriam. We used charcoal, and I did a portrait of my cat. So I traced the cat in charcoal, and it wasn't more of a resist, it was more of a transfer. So you put it on the plate, the charcoal actually transfers to the plate. It doesn't really resist the plate, if that makes sense. All right, so this is dry. Let's let this percolate over here. Let's pick that up. Let's do the green that people were asking for. If you have a question for me, please put it in a uppercase, then I'll see it more. So Chiquita says amigurumi is like a crochet stuffy. Okay, so it sounds like it kind of sounds like a like an anime type of character. It feels really dark here all of a sudden. All right, let's just do, this is just a light olive, and let's pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up with this masking paper you get at the hardware store. It's like a painter's masking paper. This is giving me very Halloween vibes. So it's very thin paper, so it might crimple a little bit, but it'd be very easy to tear up for collage. Carla, you sang Backup with Mary Wilson at your local auditorium. That's cool. Okay, so that's gonna let that set. Maybe I'll just take it with the whole cardboard thing. And let's try, should we try some wax crayons to see? Let's do a test. We'll do like a certain shape with the pastel, oil pastel, and we'll do another shape with the wax crayons. So it doesn't really matter what color we use because the color shouldn't transfer. It's just a matter of resisting the paint, although it'll show up on this one. So maybe I shouldn't use purple. Let's use, or that's more of a violet. Let's use this bright, I don't know. So I'm thinking what we'll do is I'm going to do a, let's do like a vertical, some vertical lines. Just kind of filling that in. Okay, and then let's do, with this for testing purposes, let's do some plus signs to go with the plus signs there. So this is very faint on the paper. I'm just going to move this. Now, I don't know if this is as quality as Crayola, right? See what this does. So I'm trying to put a good amount on here so that it's blocking out the tooth of the paper, because the tooth of the paper is really what picks up the paint, I believe. Okay, so let's do a, I'm thinking just a very plain color. If we do like a gray, like a cement gray. A test. I'm not ready for a test either. This is just neutral gray number 5. Chanel number 5. And you don't want too much paint on there because you want the paper to pick up the paint. Just going to take that, we're going to push it on there. Yes, they are the craft crayons. If it doesn't work, I'll pull out the Crayolas and we'll see if those work better than the no-name dollar store ones. Sorry, this is like shaking so much. I'm still going to work on my setup a bit in this new space. So it did work. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of like tones down that red. And then we have this, we're going to let that dry, and then we'll pull it with another color. And you can see how where the oil pastel and the crayon were, we still have the marks left behind. So I think that's kind of cool. All right, let's put that in our, gonna let that dry too. We'll put that up here. Hi, Vale. Hi, Zandra. Thanks, Star. Okay, let's pull this puppy. As I was just saying, this is a nice distraction from working that moving. So the green turned the purple brown or maroon, which I am not mad at. And we could overlay marks on that too. And because it's a thin paper, it kind of crackled a bit because the moisture of the paint, you know, makes it spread unevenly, I guess you could say. So I'll just bring that up for you guys to see that. You can see like the corrugation from when I, you know, did the resist or the oil pastel over the cardboard. And the white comes out pretty striking there. And you just get a hint of the circles. So gives avocado vibes. I like that. We're doing avocado collage. My son is like super into eating avocados right now. Like it's a little cray-cray. All right. So this is dry. So I'm thinking, what color? So we've got gray, we've got black, we've got red. I think I want to keep it sort of neutral. So I think I'll do like Titan buff. Do I have this one? Oh, excuse me, I moved the table. That was the table. That wasn't me. Beige, yeah. So unbleached titanium. Chanel, Vale says that Chanel number 5 attracts wolves. Ooh, creepy. And this is a bit wet, so I'm going to use a different brayer. We'll use this one. Excuse me. Is the lighting okay? How's the sound? Sound still okay? So I really look forward to Wednesdays streaming, chatting with you guys. Wah! A little aggressive brayering there. Let's use, let's just use regular, copy paper for this. Hey, Carla, maybe both. Teresa, I swear it was the table. All right, so let's let that percolate and marinate and all those 8s. Now the other thing, I was watching Yeats Makes, and he did some frottage using some wax crayons and then use that to do resist. So I thought this is just a, you can use this directly on the plate, but just for demonstrations purposes, I'm going to do frottage. And then we'll put that on the plate. And we can do the frottage. So these inexpensive crayons did work fine. So we'll try that. We'll test them. Frottage just means rubbing. In French, it's rubbing. And then we'll use this one too. I don't know if I want this pattern all over the plate. But what the heck? We'll see if we get like different qualities of resist depending on whether it's the black or the black oil or the pink wax. So we'll just kind of do random, because if I didn't want, like, I guess that's the advantage of frottage, is that you don't have to do the whole thing. Like to put like this pattern on the jelly plate, it'd be like, oh, I have to kind of bend it like that. But if you just want like bits and pieces, you could just, this way you can pick out what you want, and you could frottage lots of things, like your like your embossing folders, stuff around the house. You can't really see that pink very well, but we'll show you that. Before we put this on, let's do some marks on here. So we have brown. Let's use the Sharpie. I do like the Sharpie. A candle. Yeah, a candle should work. So we're going to have crackles. We're going to have hopefully leaves. But we're going to have open spaces. So maybe, what if we just do some diagonal lines? Make them a little bit thicker. Vary the thickness. I don't want this to look too, you know, perfect or whatever. Hi, Anina. How are you? Okay, so that dries really fast, and that's all still drying there. It's nice and juicy. We could add some leaves. Extra leaves? No, we'll keep it simple. How about orange? What about metallic orange? Let's do an ombre. Metallic orange. And let's do something wacky, weird. Orange and what about a color shift? Orange and green. Green flash and orange. Yes, the bottom of sneaker, that would work. And these are also things you can do with the Play-Doh. We talked with Play-Doh a while ago. You can bring Play-Doh to different areas and use it on 3D objects that maybe you couldn't frottage with. So let's do an ombre. Ooh, again, that was not me. That was the paint. All right. Flip-flop bottoms, yeah. Oh, we have Eddie's full attention now. Watch out, ladies. Okay. Now, I'm not very good at ombreing this way. I like to have my ombre kind of like that. That's a lot of orange paint. So I have a very small table right now, so it's a little bit limiting. Like I mentioned earlier, if you weren't here, the furniture is getting moved this Friday. So by next week, I should be back on my big table. So we're going to use this to do our resist. Hi, Sarah. Carrie. I said Sari. Hi, Carrie. How are you? We're doing some mark making and resist and direct techniques. Ooh, that's very subtle. That's kind of cool. I like that. So here is what our paper looked like. It picked up a lot of the Sharpie, and we got some cool details with the leaf. Like here, can you see the pink showing through? Just very subtly. And then on here, it's very subtle too. So we'll have to use a light color, or I have to think about that. I like how the leaf pattern of the resist affected the Sharpie right there. So that's kind of cool. I like how the oil pastel is kind of smudgy. We'll have to do a test to see if that's something that would need to be, you know, fixed. All right, let's let that dry, and then we'll pull this one. So Dee Dee, yes, I do use 2 plates. right, and here's this guy. I like the neutrality. I like it's just really kind of matte. These are not going to be collage papers used together. We're just kind of doing random ones. And I don't know if you can see, it's picked up some of the foil that we used last week. Little random bits of it are on there. So you could throw, you know, more foil on if you wanted. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. So that was our stage 1, stage 2. I do like how the pink looks with the red and the gray. And this dries really quick, so I'm going to stack those. Thanks, Eddie. All right, let's, well, that's drawing. What have we not done? We could use, let's use our alcohol marker. Like I said, it works similar to a Sharpie. And I know Dee Dee had done some flowers. I think the flowers would look cool. Maybe we could do that leaf, do frottage with that leaf. So what kind of flower? Yeah, I think I don't have any mica powder. I have a pearl, what's it called? Pearls. I think they're similar to mica powder. All right, I'm trying to think of like a flower shape. What if we just do kind of like amoebic flowers? Very kind of abstract flowers. These are like super abstract flowers. I saw one guy, he did a bunch of doodles, like cartoon doodles, and then used random colors to pick it up. It was pretty cool. We could use random colors with this one. I think we'll do another leaf, that leaf pattern. We'll do frottage. You could frottage on your stencils too. You could use stencils for frottaging. Just do a little kind of doodle. Pearl X. Oh, it has a binder. Okay. I wasn't sure. I haven't used it much. All right, let's pick this guy up. Although, you know what might be cool? No, that won't work. Never mind. Okay, so we've got green, we've got orange, we've got black, hints of brown. And the orange and green are shiny. So I'm kind of feeling, yeah, these are alcohol markers, and Sharpies, I believe, are alcohol based as well. Okay, I'm feeling like a neutral, but you want the shininess to pop. What about a green, like a darker green? Like this one. Let's try the phthalocyanine green, because I think the metallic flash colors should pop on it, and I don't think it's so dark that you won't see the black. That's my reasoning. That's my reasoning, and we'll stick with it. This is a very very bright green, but I'm hoping it's dark enough that we'll get the shininess showing through. And wearing off on the side here. I'm going to use, I'm worried if I use tracing, I'm going to use tracing paper. It might cause, or let's use some, we're going to use rice paper. Hi, NC. Every time you see the yellow jelly plate, you laugh and remember how my hubby questioned it when he joined me on print day. Yeah. Looking forward to your next duo with hubby. You know, that's funny because we were just talking about that this morning. We were just talking about we should do a follow-up video sometime. Like that would be fun to do. Now I'm worried about leaving the rice paper on there too long. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer though. Okay, so we've got our alcohol markers. Let's do this rubbing of this, but maybe we'll do like stripes of it this time, or we could do like squares. What did Eddie say? Eddie says you can mix the mica powder with Arabic gum. How do you say that? Okay, I'm going to do squares of these, just use the oil pastel. But know that you can, I think it seems like the wax crayons work well. I don't want my squares too geometric. I want them a little bit random. Okay. Hi, April. Welcome. Hi, Rhonda. Arabic. Arabic. All right, so there's our resist layer. So let's do, I feel like orange would be fun with this. Let's just do, or let's do pink and orange. I always love me some pink and orange. This one, violet blue. No, I don't want violet blue. I want pink. So we'll do glowing peach. And then maybe we can pick up with, or should we do 3 colors? Let's do pink, orange, and yellow. Ooh, that's a lot of orange though. And we'll do oh, that's green. Reach in here. We'll do the dreamy yellow, dreamy lemon yellow. Hi, Joyce. I sure appreciate you guys all coming to hang out with me. This is awesome. Oh, splattered. Okay, and again, I'm going to rotate this way because that's how I roll. Get it? That's how I roll. The leaf pattern is from this placemat from the, I think it's from the dollar store, or it might have been from, what's that other store? Jisk. It's like an IKEA sort of knockoff. Just gonna get a little bit of this paint off. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to do a resist with this oil pastel. Okay, I'm going to wipe this a little bit. My brayer off sheet is getting very juicy. I'm going to have to rotate it a little bit. So this is my, I just used a brown paper bag today as my brayer off sheet. So that's my brayer off sheet, and then I'll be able to rotate it like that. I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. All right, let's let that dry, and let's pull up this guy. This rice paper. hope that the green was enough of a contrast. Let's see. So it's very subtle. I can see it in person. So I'm going to hold it up for you guys. So you can see there's the green, the metallic green, this color shift green. And then this here is the orange, the metallic orange that fell on the ground. And then this is the Sharpie, the black Sharpie that got some of that pattern from doing the resist. Words are hard. Words are hard. So, and that's rice paper, so that would be very easy to tear up and collage with. All right. How are we doing for time? 1:16. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's just leave that. Let's keep going. Let's leave that on there. Tire tracks. Yeah. It's like a trip through the Amazon forest, and you're trying to follow someone and you're checking their tire tracks. Okay, so we've done circles, octagons, pluses, minuses. Let's do some wiggles. We haven't done any wiggling. Let's wiggle. My kids used to love the wiggles when they were little. Dorothy the dinosaur. I'm just going to wipe up that little bit of paint. In fact, my oldest son's first concert was a Wiggles concert. It was very exciting. Jurassic Jeeps. Yes. All right, let's do some wiggles. Wiggle it just a little bit. Come on, wiggle it. And could do some circles on the edge here. So obviously I haven't pre-planned my marks. You're just kind of going with the flow. And I think that's kind of cool. Let's make these a little bit thicker so we get more of the, I like combining this with that resist, the oil pastel resist. It's kind of fun. Those Wiggles concerts got wild. They were off the chain. Okay, let's put some blue on this one. I always love me some blue. What shall we do? What shall we do? This is very juicy. It's gonna take a little while to dry. So what's everybody else up to while I do some doodling? Put it in caps and I'll read it aloud. Diane's kids like to dance to the song Elvira. Is that like the boom shaka, wow wow, that one? Elvira, shaka boom shaka la la, giddy up. So this did not leave a lot on the plate, did it? Just a little bit of the this leaf pattern is here, but not a ton. And those were color shifts. So let's pick it up with a dark color and see if it shines through. while that's drying. So a dark color, let's see, maybe just a plain old black. Let's just do plain old black and see what happens. Thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks for the inspiration. Ooh, sorry, that was loud. And of course, you could come back and add to this. You could, like, you know, stamp on other flowers, or, you know, do whatever, or you just use it in collage. All right, so I'm going to do black. I'm going to have to make a list of paints to get at the Michael's. At the Michael's, don't you know? All right, we got our drawing section over there. And I need to get my brayer off sheet, so I'm going to turn this over. And I haven't picked out my paper yet. Sorry, that brayering's really loud. And let's do this on, I'm going to do it on a full sheet, like not a thin sheet, because I want to see if we can get those shiny areas. Yeah. Do you know, I've seen Elvira on something recently. I can't remember what it was, and she still looks amazing. Just amazing. Oh, Judah, it's hard, hey, when your studio's packed up. I feel for you. All right, I'm thinking we could frottage a grid. That would be cool. And hopefully we'll get a good design from that. You don't have to frottage. We could just draw. We could just draw squares, but I'm going to frottage it. Try to. It's a little bit haphazard, but it's a little bit more pronounced where the lines are. So it's kind of a cool grid looking thing. All right, Diane, did I get them all? We could do, let's use the crayon. I don't want that color though. Let's do, because this will show through. Let's just use like a green. And then we need to pick a color. I know you guys can't see this very well, but I'm just going to do just kind of some random marks on the outside here quickly. So we've got black and we've got blue. I'm thinking red. I think a pickup in red would look cool with this one. Like we'll do red on the first set. Red. You said red, right? And I have this cadmium red medium hue. I can't believe how fast time flies. Feels like we just started and it's already, oh, I guess it's just been an hour. I was thinking it was an hour and a half, but no, it's just been an hour. Okay, we're good. We're good. So Sonia is doing foam stamp swatching. That sounds fun. I know I told you guys to tell me above what you're doing, what you're working on, and then I didn't read it. So I'm going to go back up in a second. A bag journal. Jolu's working on a bag journal. And let's just move up a bit and see if I missed anything else. Eddie's finishing up his bag journal, which is awesome. Eddie did an awesome magazine transfer, well, not magazine transfer, laser print image transfer video. I think it was yesterday. He did an awesome job. He said I gave him advice. I didn't really give him much advice. I think it's just, you know, him working it out. It's going to work differently for everybody depending on like your environment and all that stuff. But yes, it is important to warm up your plate for image transfers. Cassandra. Who's Cassandra? Oh, Elvira does Cassandra? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. She read her book. Interesting. I didn't know she did like another character. Okay, I'm just gonna give that a little weight. Okay, let's do the red. So I'm hoping there'll be some red left behind. I love teal and red. I just love it. Teal and red and black together is just the yummiest. The yummiest. Okay. Let's move back. Cassandra is Elvira's real name. That's cool. I didn't know that. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. So we're gonna have to do a test at the end once these are dry to see how reactive the oil pastels are. But I love the blue on there. Some of it stayed behind. So again, the idea is where there's the oil pastel, we won't be picking up the layers that were on the plate. So here it's like thinly picked up. In some areas it's more picked up. I didn't leave it on super long because I didn't want, I could see the red was very faint. So I like that. I like that one. I like it a lot. That's my Dumb and Dumber impression. So we're gonna let that dry. Let's see if this is ready to pull. So this was the one where it didn't leave a huge amount on the plate, but okay, it's very subtle. I'm gonna bring it up here. It's very subtle. So you can actually see the outline where the flower was. It's still doing some sort of resist there. And then you can see where the paint was. That's very subtle. I think I would use that to add stuff to it. Maybe white. We could do a white resist on there. Thanks, Vale. Okay, speaking of white, what are we going to pick this up with? We've got our red, our teal, or aqua, and black. What about a metallic? Let's do gold. We haven't done gold. Anybody vote for gold? I hope you have a good rest, Diane, and you're enjoying your time off work. Gold, yes. Gold has the approval of our chatters. Okay, where's my gold? Here, we'll use this one. The rich. Let's use this rich gold here. Well, it's still wet, so I'm going to use this one here. So I'm just lightly that last pass was just very light to pull up some of the extra paint and smooth out the ridges. Let's put that on tracing paper. So tracing paper is not as good as wet strength carnival paper. I just my wet strength carnival is somewhere, I'm not sure where it is. So that's going to wrinkle a lot, but it's interesting. I don't find the wet strength carnival tissue wrinkles as much, I think, because it's wet strength. So we're going to have lots of little crackles in here. Okay. Now I hope those little lines come out of that. I don't think the alcohol marker should damage my plate, but I can still see the flowers from the alcohol marker, which is weird. So before you try the alcohol markers at home, let me do further testing. Like the Sharpie marker, I don't see any residue, but this one, it's almost like it left an impression. I don't see why. Maybe it dried it. I need to oil it. Let's oil this plate and see what happens. See if those kind of disappear. Diane's not a fan of wrinkles on face or on paper. I don't like them on my face, but I find that sometimes it will give your print a bit more character, more distressness, more distressing. All right, let's see if that's just baby oil. I'm just rubbing it in. We're giving our plate a massage just to test if those drawings that I did disappear. I think they mostly do. They're still there a little bit. So I think it's just maybe the plate's dried a little bit. Now this plate I was trying not to use alcohol inks on because I don't want it to get red. Yeah, wrinkled when you're doing a transfer of a face is definitely not the best. All right. So those are, we talked about resist techniques for mark making, which is using like the wax crayon, the oil pastels, direct mark making with Posca acrylic paint pens, alcohol markers, Sharpies. One thing that Robin McClendon does is she'll use like Sumi ink. I don't have any Sumi ink with me, but I'm just going to use this FW Gold. Bye, Diane. Thanks for coming. You rest up, okay? I'm going to put a little bit of this ink on this yogurt plate. So this ink isn't super watery. It's pretty thick. It's an acrylic ink. Yeah, Diane, it is expensive here. I was very fortunate that Eddie sent me some carnival paper, and Mariah sent me a little bit to try too. So I'm going to use the bottom of this. This is a Bombay ink, and I'm just going to use it on the gold to make marks. And then we'll let that dry. So this is a direct technique, not so much. Still seeing the outline of that flower. So if it comes up in this print, then I would say maybe use caution using your alcohol markers directly on your plate. So it's a good test. I'd rather, ruin my plate and then let you guys know what not to do. Like don't use photo paper, for example. Okay, let's let that dry. Maybe we'll add some Sharpie markers too. Let's see if this is ready. I think it's mostly ready, so we'll just go ahead and, there's a lot left on there, but that'll make a nice ghost print. So this is on the tracing paper, which is similar but different to Carnival Wet Strength. And you can see the wrinkles kind of just add. So if you collage this on top of something else, you'll get the background color coming through where those wrinkles are a little bit. There's still some gold there. I don't know what you guys think of that one, but I think it's kind of neat. Oh, don't use photo paper, Chiquita. No, it ruins your plate. It sticks to it and it pulls a chunk out. Ask me how I know. I knew not to do it, but it accidentally happened because I grabbed a piece of scrap and I didn't know it was photo paper, and I put it on my plate and it totally wrecked it. All right, so we're going to do some Sharpie. Let's do some, I was thinking circles. Or we could just do some lines maybe. I'm trying to just do the lines outside of the gold circles there. Okay, I'm going to pick this up with just a turquoise, just to, oh, maybe not turquoise, because I want, let's see, how turquoise is that? Yeah, you can use alcohol, photo paper for alcohol inks. Even the backside works good, but not on Gelplate. Just to be clear, not on the Gelplate. I'm having struggle with what color to use because we have the metallic gold we want to show. We have black, we have blue, and we have a bit of red. I feel like don't know what I feel like. Yeah, I was thinking turquoise, but then the circles will disappear, the turquoise circles. What about golds and thinking maybe brown. I don't use brown much. Let's try brown. I don't have a lot of brown paint to choose from. Okay, let's do a mixture of these two. So this is burnt umber and red. My metallic white, yeah, I could do metallic white, but then I don't know that the gold will pop on that so much. I'm just going to do random browns. Yellow won't be a stretch on the plate. I'm not sure I understand that. And let's do a hint of the turquoise. Did anybody else just kind of lose me for a second? Or is that just me? I'll use this one here. And do bits of turquoise. Kind of going for like a rusty submarine. Just for a second, okay. We all live in a rusty submarine. And just lightly taking off some of that. That was a lot of paint, people. Let's just use this white paper here. Yes, it was a blip in the matrix. Okay, so should we do a resist with this one? Do like a what if we do like just a big circle? Let's just do a big circle. A smiley face, yeah. All right, so we got black. I'm gonna just blow that into the garbage. Those little bits. And we've got gold, black, and then we're gonna use what color? What color? So we do want the gold to pop. Pop, pop, pop. A black hole, yes. Let's do a, we haven't really done like a magenta or, ooh, magenta and quinacridone. Sputnik. Hi, Apple. So I'm going to do this. So that's a quinacridone magenta, Liquitex Basics, and then just a bit of quin gold, just to earth it up a bit. Just gonna wipe this guy. And then we will do a print review. And we'll see if a collage, an easy collage appears. It might not. We'll just kind of see how we're feeling. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of do this. I resist. So I like it. I like this print too. And if this oil pastel reactivates, we can always maybe seal it with some matte medium, but the paint might seal it too. Okay, see that? I think it's yummy. Like, see how the gold, it's like circle, but it's got like little It's not, it's got imperfections because the bottle that we use, let me make sure that's closed, it has like the little stipples on it. And I like how there was extra paint down here, so we got kind of like an extra magenta line there. I really like that one. I like it. All right, so we'll let that dry, then we'll pull it. Let's see if this guy's ready to go. So this one we added the brown because I wanted to still see the turquoise circles and see the gold. And to me, I am happy with that decision. I like that. It's very raw earth looking. You guys can see that. The brown is dark enough to let the gold shine, and the turquoise of the Posca pen is nice and opaque. I think in a collage that would make a cool like terracotta pot or something. Yeah, I like the pops of turquoise too, Apple. I'm not usually a big brown person, but this Ready Brown, I kind of like it. It's kind of like a nice rich color. All right, so now we have the gold, black, quinacridone, and magenta. So what would look good on that? I'm just going to turn it over just to see. Oh, is Carrie going? Bye, Carrie. Thanks for coming. Eclipsey. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm almost thinking like a cream color. Is that crazy? Like a buttercream color? Is that too weird? What do you guys think? Do you think butter, like a creamy color would be okay, like a yellowy off-white? Oh, wait. Hi, Kathy. Pale warm white. Yeah, I think that would be pretty. Now, I don't feel like putting it on this though, because I think I'm not feeling the wrinkle. I don't want to wrinkle it up. So let's do the cream with a bit of white. Like cream and just a hint of white just to lighten it a little bit. So we're going to do, and I might pick it up on a, let me get some paper that is like a parchment type of paper. Oh, sorry, Carla, too late. Actually, let's just do, I've got a white that's open here. Just use this white. And this is still wet. Let me just wipe this with rare. I think the gold is going to look very subtle with this color palette. I love orange and pink together too. I like I like all colors, but I mean I love blues. There's a lot of blue today. I love purple. I love it. I don't love brown typically, but I do like brown in contrast when it's contrasted with some other colors. I'm just going to show you my brayer off paper because it looks very steampunkish. So I'm going to just brayer on that section there. I'm just going to do a little plate mixing that way. Oh, I didn't go get my parchment paper. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to run across the room. Run across the room. Here we go. At least I knew where it was. We're going to get this on before it dries. Coming back. This kind of resume paper has like a linen finish. I guess that's what I meant by parchment. Okay, and I didn't really brayer off my thing because I was running, so I'll just give it a wipe. So Apple says last year she did a 30-day challenge using only ultramarine and burnt sienna. It gave her a deep appreciation of browns. That's cool. Margel's Studio, I think it's called. No, the Shelley Studio. Her name's Margel. She's doing a series, 100-day project of going through colors, and she's going through this book about colors. So she'll read about the colors, and she'll do like 8 postcards, and it's really interesting. I highly recommend you guys check her out. All right, let's review some of these prints. I don't remember the order, but I know these two were together. These two are like a pair. So that's the one that has the wax crayon and the alcohol marker and the Sharpie, and then the oil pastel. And then this is the pickup print of that. All right, let's see. What else went together? These two went together. So this was the one that had the Posca and the oil pastel. Let me just do a little rub of that. So it doesn't really activate, like you can see here, that activates, right? But when I go where the paint is, let's take a clean finger of my pinky. When I rub on it, it's pretty sealed. So it does seal the oil pastel in. So you maybe cut that off or paint it to seal that in too. So that's good to know. And then this was on the masking paper. So it's a thin paper, so it's got the wrinkles. So the purple turned brown, and then we got the white acrylic paint pen, the black Sharpie, and the black Posca pen. That was that set. Let me just wipe off my fingers. All right, and then I don't know, I don't think this is in order, but those two go together. Let's do this one next, okay? So these two were set. So we had the black Sharpie, the Frottage of the placemat in the oil pastel. So yeah, it's pretty much fixed. And it doesn't get on the plate. The oil pastel just does the resist part. And then here's that green one. Okay, and then we have that little flower. Where's the other part? This one. Oh, that was, where's that flower? Oh, that was the black one. So this one was kind of a dud. This one didn't really work that great. I like this print. I think that's kind of cool. But this needs some work. Those two went together. And then we have this one. Hi, Helen. And then this one is the one with the oil pastel is here. This grid was the Frottage, and it's pretty good. And then this was our first pickup with the gold, and then our second pickup. Ooh. Our second pickup was the one with the brown. So this had a ghost print. That's the ghost print. And then lastly, I think we've got this one. Let's see. Yeah, that oil pastel's not moving. I like that. All right, let's see how this looks. So I think the flower impression's pretty much gone, which is good. That's one thing we wanted to test. Oops, the paint was very thick on the edge. Like if you get the paint over the edge of the plate, it can be quite wet. All right, so here's this one. Oh, it's right, see right there on the edge? So I picked this one up on a cream colored linen textured. So the gold is very subtle, just in a couple places where the resist left it on the plate. You see that? Those gold circles. Now we could go back on here and add some gold. I think that would look cool. We could just go directly on here with our so Diane says her favorite is the gold one with the wrinkles. So just adding a little bit more gold on here. We could add more black too. Maybe I'm wrecking it. I don't know. Just using the dropper. We'll leave it kind of thick in spots. I think this would be one that would go well with how Robin McClendon does that sort of Sumi ink, which we can do with the Posca. Let's just do that. We'll do like a little blah, 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 and then we'll just pick it up directly. It's not going to look fresh for long, Anina. Oh man, that paint, so thick. All right, so I'm going to just kind of do, let's see, I find the corners a little bit blah. Actually, let's use, will this work? This is the black fabric marker stuff. So I'm just going to make some and then that's going to splooch. That's my technical term, splooch out. So I'm just going to throw that on there. Actually, I'm going to place it so that it's not off the edges. Let's do that. Oh, paper cut. Ouch. Reminds you of guitar and music. That's cool. And this we don't have to let dry. We'll just pull it off, and then we'll see that we get these sort of dendritic little blippity-doos. See that? They look like, to me, now it looks like dancers. It's like, looks like different dancing poses. I almost wish there was like a bit here too. I went a little bit too far that way, but I could cut this off like that. So let's just pick this up with some rice paper. I think I did get a paper cut. Ow. Got paint in my paper cut. The lower right one is a little sketchy. So that was just some cheap fabric paint from Walmart. It's like, it kind of acts as like dimensional paint. Scribbles. I'm almost out of the black, so I've used it quite a bit. And then it's cool. I won't have time today, but when you let it dry, you could put like a glaze of gold on it. So that could be a base. So it's another type of mark making. Just kind of bring that up. So this is rice paper, so you could collage it and it kind of disappears. So anyhow, what time is it? How are we doing for time? So it's been about an hour. So I definitely have to put that aside to let it dry. I think if I wish this would have been moved over just a smidge. I kind of missed. Or we could even just like use parts of it. But anyhow, let's put that aside to dry. That one's got to dry. And then this, I think I'll just wipe up. And I'm just looking to see if those floral indents are there or gone. They seem like they're still there a little bit, but they don't seem to be affecting anything. So if you do use your alcohol markers on the gel plate, just maybe use the brush tip side and don't push too hard, because maybe the chisel tip kind of indented it a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Kind of like that one. These two kind of go together though, don't they? So kind of do a collage with those. What else would go with that? So there are all sorts of painty papers here. Not sure, but these may go with that. Sting plays a lute. I didn't know that. Okay, what if we put, I brought out this book, I haven't worked in this book in a while. It's just that little book that I had folded papers and sewed the signatures in. And then like, so this is gonna go there and do something, I don't know what. What if we do something here, here-ish? I kind of like that all in one piece though. I'm not as quick at deciding collage elements as our Miss Dee Dee Willingham. Those two go together. I don't know. The rusty one. I don't think my creativity is there today to do a collage, but you could do, like, we could glue that down, and then we could cut out some of these flowers on here, or like rip them. We could make like I can't do too many volcano scenes. Hi, Lisa. Oh, I don't think I can do a collage today. I don't think I'm feeling it, but I'll work on something, and I'll get something done before next week. Although with the move, I might not. But so I think the most finished thing we have today is this print here. Thanks, Barbara. So I think we'll end it there. We'll end a bit early because I've got some stuff to do, and I can't really do a giveaway until I'm more settled because I just got too much going on. But I really appreciate y'all coming. I think these three are my favorite of the day. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it was lots of fun. Oh, Barbara, you're welcome to come anytime. There's no lateness. People can always watch the replay, see what you missed. Yeah. Time travel is confusing. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys all coming, and I appreciate people watching the replay. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all those YouTube-y thingy things. And we'll catch up with you guys next week. I don't know what I'm doing. I never really know until like something just sort of strikes my fancy. Yeah. So thanks so much, and have a great evening. Bye, everybody.